This is Carolyn, and you are watching the New Music Buzz. And in today's show, we are backstage at America's Got Talent. And in our artist spotlight, we have the band Wells. And then I talked to Phillip from Birth of the Dragon. So, wow! Let's start the show. America's Got Talent has started this season's live shows, and we are backstage to talk to the judges to find out how the talent has fared so far. Let's take a look.
Hey everybody, I'm Chanel Herlin, and we have the golden buzzer for exclusive backstage coverage of America's Got Talent Season 12. Join us for the next few weeks leading up to the finals, and tonight
we're going straight to the live show.
Tyra said it.
Backstage, the judges were buzzing about the performances of the young talent on the show.
Firstly, you look phenomenal.
Thank you.
Your style just gets better and better.
Thank you very much.
Now, Heidi, it's the first live show of Season 12.
Yes.
I mean, everyone was on the edge of their seats watching all these acts.
I was too. It is really like an emotional roller coaster.
Yes.
You know, because there's sadness, there's happiness, mostly happiness, which I love about America's Got Talent, because really we can drift off for 2 hours and be entertained and laugh. Because there's so many horrible things going on in the world, and we all worry and we're like, oh my God, what's happening next? And it's nice to, you know, turn on America's Got Talent and laugh.
Yeah. And you say it's 2 hours, you actually forget that it's 2 hours.
Yeah, it goes by like that. It does.
And tonight's episode, we had such a variety of acts. I mean, a lot of
singers, ventriloquists, the brother and sister on the roller skates.
The Wheel of Death. How can we forget
death? I mean, how scary was that? And then I sit there and I'm like, please, I don't want anything happening because, you know,
you got front row seats.
No, because there is no net, and I don't want anyone to fall, you know. But these people love this; they're daredevils, you know.
100%. And like I said, it's such a variety.
What about our 9-year-old singer?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
9 years old, and I have 4 children, so I kind of always compare a little bit. I know I shouldn't, and my kids are not entertainers like that, but you kind of do. You're like, a 9-year-old, what are they doing? It's crazy.
Well, that's the thing. We have so many young kids on the show. How do you think they're going to do as the show goes on compared to the adult contestants?
I think just as well, if not better.
Yeah.
Because you do compare them too, and you're like, wow, how can a 9-year-old be this good? How can a 9-year-old stand in front of 5,000 people right here, knowing in the back of their head there's 14 million people watching at home, and pull it together like that and sound that amazing and be that amazing? Or are 2 kids the dancers?
Yeah.
How cute are they? And she was, you know, the girl started on our desk and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. And I was like, you're fabulous. You just do what you always do. You just rock it. And she's like, okay, you know, and then they're like in 5, 4, 3, 2, and you just feel it.
It's a
they're not
spectacular show.
They're real people, you know, so I'm rooting for them.
Oh, Heidi, thank you. Well, Simon, it's season 12. I can't believe it. But we've got such a diverse group tonight. So many young ones. How do you think they're going to fare against the adults as the show goes on?
Trust me, the younger ones tonight did better than the older ones. You know, the girl at the end, Darcy, did amazing. Angela, the singer, did great. The other ones that I thought I personally liked, I liked Billy and Emily, the skaters, and I
on the edge of my seat with that.
It's unbelievable. And these guys from the Air Force, in the stairwell, I like these guys as well.
Yeah, it's just such a wonderful show. But Simon, you have so many artists under your belt. Your new one, pretty much, The Boys. What do you consider to be the it factor? What stands out to you when you see these talents?
I wish I knew what it was all the time. I think when you see it, you gravitate towards it. And then if you're lucky enough to work with people like that, you have to have the confidence to let them do what they want to do. Yeah. It's not a question of me telling them.
Yeah.
I like them to make their own decisions.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Simon. Lovely to see you.
Take care.
Thank you. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
So this shirt, I'm loving it. I think you were on the Wheel of Death, or you're fine?
No, I'm fine. Why?
The blood, Howie.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know.
Oh.
I'm fine.
Sorry to tell you that news.
I will still do the buzz, even though...
You're bleeding.
Doesn't matter.
But let's talk about tonight. So much happened, so many acts, such a variety. How do you think the kids are going to do as the show goes on versus the adults?
Well, I think the kids are rising to the occasion, and I think some of the kids have even more composure than the adults. I think as an adult, you understand the gravity of, you know, what this means, and a kid just comes out there and owns it. You look at somebody like Angelica Hale, you know, that little 9-year-old who just belts out a tune and hits notes that, you know, I haven't heard from people 3 times her age. So I think this could possibly be a kid season, and then my Golden Buzzer and Mel's Golden Buzzer were both on tonight, and Darcy closed out a show. It was amazing, and it's just amazing to see what the kids, and Christian, the way he set the bar for the evening.
The list just goes on and on, but Howie, we sit backstage. I mean, we sit here in the press room, we're watching it on screen, we're not in the room. You are in the room and all these scary things are happening, like the Wheel of Death and the skates. What is the energy like in the studio?
Well, the electricity, you know, it's every emotion. It's excitement, it's electricity, it's laughter, it's crying, and then, you know, you're biting your nails, you know, you're on the edge of your seat because you think you're going to see somebody die, especially when one of the acts is called the Wheel of Death. So I don't think I'm making such a stretch when I think.
But he's fine.
Yeah, and so am I. We're all fine.
We're all fine.
I'm fine.
Thank you, Howie.
Mel B's relationship and outfit was the only thing that could upstage the talent that was featured on Tuesday's show.
The judges tonight, there were a lot of mixed feelings, a little bit of debating. It always is, for sure.
People with 4 different opinions, and, you know, some acts we all said yes to, some acts we disagreed with, so it is what it is.
But do you think maybe there's a little competition between the judges? My Golden Buzzer is better than your Golden Buzzer?
Yeah, definitely, but my Golden Buzzer is the best Golden Buzzer.
You heard it from her, ladies and gents.
Well, I think so, because I think she's incredible.
Yeah. That's the thing, Mel. It's such a variety. You've got young kids, you've got adults. How do you think the young kids are going to do as the show progresses compared to the adults?
Well, I think young kids are more fearless. You know, I mean, even though they get a little bit nervous, they're kids. And even, is it Celine?
Okay.
Angelica.
Jumping the gun. It's fine.
Angelica sung a song that was just outstanding, and the version that she did just showcased her voice. That was just unbelievable. So somebody like her, I mean, the first thing to go is your voice when you're nervous. There wasn't one sign of nervousness at all.
And any update with Oscar? Was that his name? Oh,
it was Oscar the mouse, and apparently he's lurking around here somewhere. So, but it's way past my bedtime, and I've got to go and put my kids to bed. So not tonight, thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Heidi Klum, and you've just been buzzed.
After the break, we have the Nashville rock band Wells.
Starting NTR was beginning that path of discovering what is in our everyday lives, what are we eating, what products are we using, what thoughts are we having that are toxic, that are linked to disease, and how can we lower our risk by reducing our exposure to these toxins.
We're talking shampoo, conditioner, this, that, and no one thinks about or thinks about exactly what's in there.
Like, I believe in fairness and I believe in justice, and when I started learning and discovering about the chemicals that were in our everyday products that were linked to causing cancer, I got super pissed.
Revolution is a big word, but I think honestly that's exactly what it's going to have to be and what it's starting to be, with people who are questioning what companies are putting in their products.
So whether it is, you know, people who are just using their purchasing power, whether it's working with other advocacy groups to change the laws, there's so many different ways, but ultimately the goal is to not have it be legal to have all these chemicals in our products and in our foods that are causing us disease.
Corporations aren't going to change those ingredients unless we demand that they do.
That's the unique thing that NTR does, is that it's taking all this jargon and information that sometimes might be hard to understand, and is giving it to people in very digestible and very receptive ways.
It's going to be a changed world, and that's what a revolution is. It changes something that's status quo, and we need those things to be changed.
Aaron Carter shuts down his Twitter account because he can't handle the negativity. That's all coming up right now on Pop Topics.
Stay connected.
Pop Topics.
past days and past nights, walks on the street lights, something don't feel right. Sooner or later.
About a minute and a half into his interview with the Elvis Duran and The Morning Show, Aaron started to cry, talking about feeling misunderstood and misinterpreted after coming out as being bisexual.
I started writing a song about my previous relationship and sitting in bed, just...
Yeah, and it's eating away at you, even as you sit here. It really, it sucks. The pain friggin' sucks. When you feel like you're rejected, is that the word? Well, how do you feel?
I don't know.
What is the word? Maybe you need to define what that word is. What is it that keeps you so sad about
misunderstood.
it? Okay.
After promoting his appearance on the show on Monday, Carter took note of the nasty comments in a photo on the show's Instagram page. A lot of the haters were writing cruel messages about the singer's appearance, saying he looked cracked out and out of it. "I'm deactivating my Twitter for a while," he tweeted after sharing a screen grab of the toxic remarks. "I can't handle this negativity and these comments, so see you soon." After momentarily deactivating the page, he revived it while adding that he's going to step away from the social media network for a while. "It's tough dealing with prejudice. It always reflects on the person judging, not the person being judged. Everyone should be treated equally," he tweeted. "I'm going through a lot of emotional things and I'm working hard on myself. I don't do these hard drugs and horrible things I'm accused of. Be safe, my loves, and I'm sorry, but I can't do this Twitter social media stuff for now. I'll check in with you in a few months," he added. Aaron, stay strong and we support you. For more stories, news, and information, go to www.thenewmusicbuzz.com and let us know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm Madison Makeley, and you've just been buzzed.
Stay connected
with Pop Topics.
Need fast cash? Go to cityloan.com or call 877-553-9071 to borrow $3,000 or more with the equity in your payoff vehicle. Your car is your credit. With City Loan, over 99% of City Loan customers are in good standing every month. So call 877-553-9071 now, and if you sign up for a loan, you're going to receive a free gift card. Don't forget to mention promo code TVAD to receive your gift card, and also don't forget to follow City Loan and Facebook at City Loan Community, and follow us on Twitter at City Loan. Now back to the New Music Buzz.
I was even on a handful of bitter pills. The Rolling Stone has landed mankind's achievement. And I told a joke to a bum on School Street in the winter. He quoted Shakespeare and pulled from his string. Do you think I'm easier to be played on than a pipe? And then he ran off to go turn his crank. How fucked up have you got to be to live a life like mine, a life like mine? How fucked up have you got to be to live a life like mine, a life like mine? I played remorse and regret on weak cheap frets, on Mountain Pond, Greta Dollar. I lost soldiers in their holy man. If you see God, tell it I wonder. And I hid from your hands in a wreck of a bathroom, 6 micros in my nose, so I hear.
I've been playing music my whole life. When I was about 12, I got a guitar and picked it up, started listening to the Beatles when I was in about the 2nd grade, so a bit before that. And just made it happen. Started writing some songs. We released Life Like Mine as a single along with a music video for it, and then Hold Me Like I'm Leaving is coming out soon too. That tune is out, but we made another video while we were in New York for that. So we've got quite a lot of music still yet to put out. It wasn't necessarily my choice to release an EP or an album first, but it was a good idea because there is a lot of material, and you could oversaturate people really quickly with that much music. The rock and roll that's there is wonderful. There's not a whole lot of it there. There's a lot more Americana and folk and stuff. But the rock and roll that is there is wonderful, and it's a tight-knit group, and we stay close and support each other because there's not enough meat on the bone to be in constant nitty-gritty competition and that sort of thing.
My
activity I like to do is just pick out a favorite melody of a tune that I like and write my own words to it. So I've talked about this before, but like taking a Velvet Underground tune and just writing your own lyrics for it, and then later putting your own melody on it. And then while you're actually making the music of it, separating it from that original tune. But it's just a good exercise in order to get words out of you and onto the paper. It can be either. Sometimes I visit a poem and put a melody to it. Sometimes there's a melody and I write it as I go. The best way to describe it, I'd say just the 50-year amalgamation of influences from the 60s Brit pop, mod rock, and all the 50s and 60s rock in the United States. It's a culmination of all those influences, the 70s, and then the 90s rock and roll. It's all of what rock and roll has been, but it's now. It's new. It's the new rock and roll. We've got Tour with Greta Van Fleet coming up. Got a couple dates in September, and then on through October we'll be with Greta. And past that, it's still deciding what to do. Well, new fans can come to Instagram. I think it's Wells Music, Wells Band. I'm in control of it. I post all the stuff on it. So look up Wells on Instagram, and then we're on Twitter and Facebook too. And it's just WELLES. Hey, this is Jesse Wells, and you've just been buzzed.
Detroit, a city of war. On the city's west side, a 150-block area is off limits to everybody. U.S. Army paratroopers, National Guardsmen, state and local police are continuing the fight against a handful of snipers.
Hello. Oh, everything is fine. No trouble here. I'll sleep when they stop riding. Hey, fellas, I'm going to that grocery store across the street. Come bearing gifts.
Thank you. You got any sugar?
Nah, don't push it, man.
It's a war zone out there. They're destroying the city.
Whoa, hey, y'all seeing this?
Hey, look, we're not too far from the Algiers. Let's just go there till all this blows over.
When you're black, it's almost like having a gun pointed at your face. It's like this. Hey, boy, what you doing on my street?
Get that gun off me.
Or what? Who's shooting? Oh, man. It's just a start pistol. It just starts races.
Army taking fire. Shots fired. Near the Algiers Motel.
Hey, y'all, there's a bunch of police outside right now.
Now, let's not be stupid in this situation. You need to tell me where the gun is. I got all night, people. Tell me exactly what is going on here.
I need you to survive the night.
You think we're bluffing? We don't bluff.
I sat down with Phillip, who plays Bruce Lee in Birth of a Dragon. This film takes its inspiration from the epic and still controversial showdown between an up-and-coming Bruce Lee and Kung Fu master Wong Jack Man, a battle that gave birth to a legend. Let's check it out.
Get off me!
You don't mess with the Chingo Dan, Vinny. Hey!
You boys done playing? Clean your boys up. Go back to the north end. Vinny will pay you back tomorrow. Unless you want to deal with our unfinished business right here and right now.
I mean, my father runs a martial arts school. I've been doing martial arts all my life. I make kung fu movies. I've been doing that for 15 years in Hong Kong. And, you know, I mean, without Bruce Lee, I wouldn't be here. I mean, mainly, I mean, he's paved, I mean, in terms of entertainment, martial arts movie entertainment, he paved the way for guys like Jackie Chan, Sammo Hung, Yuen Biao, Danny Yan, so forth, and myself included. So that's a very big thing, right? And also, but Bruce Lee was a martial artist first, as I believe myself am. And his ideas on martial arts really revolutionized and changed the landscape of martial arts today. So that definitely changed, definitely influenced my development in martial arts.
Well, what did you actually know about Bruce's life story before you were casted, and then versus any revelations that you had after the fact?
I think I do know a lot about Bruce Lee's life. I mean, thank God, because obviously I read all his writings, but my teacher was his classmate under Yip Man and Wang Shenlong, and also he was his main instructor as well. So we had, in essence, the same teacher. So a lot of the Bruce Lee's idea that he eventually developed had his origins with my teacher. So, you know, that was a very influential for me.
Did you ever think, you know, as a young child learning martial arts, that you would grow up?
Never.
Grow up to play Bruce Lee?
No, I mean, still, it's surreal. I mean, this sign here. I don't even know why I'm sitting here. I think I'm doing another interview or something. But it's surreal, you know, and you get the role and you're playing a legend. I mean, that's also the reason why when I got the role, I was like, oh, yes, I got the role. Oh no, I got the role. I mean, it's a lot of pressure.
Well, let's talk about the casting process, because, you know, in this film, your portrayal of Bruce, I mean, it's uncanny. Let's talk about, you know, what that process was like, and I heard that George was really influential in that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I'm a big Bruce Lee fan, so every Kung Fu kid imitates Bruce Lee in a way, right? But we decided not to imitate him, because imitation is a form of parody in a way. So we decided to embody the character. You know, how would this person, as a human being, react to these situations, even if they're embellished? And for me, the process, I mean, it's different for every movie, every character. Sometimes you go into wardrobe, oh, I put on this clothes, I know what I'm doing. But for me, this time was work on his accent. Because when you listen to Bruce talk, he moves with his talking. Like the way he talks, his body follows that rhythm and the staccato.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was very impressed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, I have some Bruce Lee true or false questions. I want to see how well you may know.
Prepare to be amazed. Come on.
In 1962, Bruce landed 15 punches, a kick, and knocked out his opponent in a fight that lasted only 15 seconds.
False.
True.
Well, how's it true? Were you there?
I was. No, I wasn't. I was not born in 1962. But you know,
the reason I say that is because a lot of people embellish these things. There's no way they can remember it every move in a fight.
To make him look faster, filmmakers speeded up Bruce Lee's moves.
That is false. The opposite happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Bruce had the ability to snatch a dime off a person's palm before
And switch
they
it with
could...
a penny.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
True or false?
It's true.
True?
Yeah.
Are you capable of doing something like that?
If you don't move your hand.
Well, you as an actor, you know, playing this role, how have you grown playing Bruce Lee?
I think I became a better actor through the process because George is very demanding as a director, and he better well be because you're playing Bruce Lee. So a lot of times we did like many takes, and they're all slightly different. So it was definitely good practice for me. And working in a Hollywood movie was definitely different than working in Hong Kong in terms of just the time they put in preparation and creating the scene and giving you time to get into the scene. So yeah, after making this movie, I felt my acting abilities got better, and also my co-stars were very helpful. Sha Yu, I knew him 10 years ago. I worked with him before in a movie called Dragon Squad, so we have a history. But like Billy, you know, Billy, he is a very good actor. Working with him definitely improved my acting, I believe.
Well, Phillip, thank you so much. I very much enjoyed your performance.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now you begin to exceed your limits.
What limits?
Ever show you my 1-inch punch, Tony?
Ever since I started living out of a suitcase, I've been on a search for best boombox, the best way to travel, and over the years, I've tried everyone. You know, most of the boomboxes, you know, they got the lights and all that stuff, which is fine, but all I want is something that sounds great and is roadable. And this new generation that you guys are have brought out, it hits on all cylinders, I have to say. I mean, it's probably the best sounding for classic rock. I mean, the ones that I'll actually put my name on are they'll have a few little tweaks here and there, but in general, I mean, there are no knobs to break. It's like, I mean, I was playing one that was, I don't even know if it was on the market yet, but you had given it to me, and I've been using it for the last year. And the bass was so solid, the sound, it bounced itself off the table and hit the floor, and it didn't skip a beat. It's taken the place of equipment that's 2 or 3 times its size, you know, with no giving up on the sound, you know. I mean, one of them's great, but I've gotten 2 of them going, and it's like, forget about it.
That's all we have. Special thanks to Phillip Ng, The Wiltern, Heidi, Mal, Simon, and Howie. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, tweet us at Twitter, and double tap us on Instagram, all at The New Music Buzz. My name is Kira Lynn. Peace out, guys.
The New Music Buzz is brought to you by Monster Products, pure monster quality with monster sound. Rock and Roller Suitcase Turntables, vinyl's new best friend, and City Loan. Get cash for your car today. For more music entertainment news, go to www.thenewmusicbuzz.com.